Are we recording? We're not recording this.
Yep.
Oh no, you don't need to record this.
Recording video, recording
Got it.
audio, everything is recording. We are good, guys. Craig, what about LA Knight? What happened? He's the top 5 merch seller. He's number 4. What do you think about that?
The LA Knight phenomenon is real. And the fact that they let him win Money in the Bank was fantastic. So they're on board of the train. Huh? What? No, but yeah.
You're just like those cultists. Go ahead.
What's up? No, I know. We're all jumping on it. Like, it just let it breathe. He'll be fine. But the fact that he's number 4 in merch for the month of June, and then another shocker on that list was Stone Cold's still number 3 in 2023.
That's crazy to me.
And
I
number
get it.
5.
So I did a little research on that. I'm not trying to shit on Stone Cold fans.
Oh shit!
All I'm saying is they released a London 316 shirt for the European tour. I think that has a little bit to do with it.
Well, they still bought it though, Jess. It's still Austin.
Well,
they still bought it.
I know. They obviously still bought it, but I'm just saying normally Steve Austin probably wouldn't be in like the top
5.
Pull up to me. Top
that
5.
is very, very true, Jess.
But even
then,
it's
an awesome looking shirt. But
okay.
I mean, they launched it, I'm sure, on the internet before they even did SmackDown.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of
And they might be counting the pay-per-view sales and June sales.
They absolutely are.
I'm just saying.
And they also did an LWO with like a Union Jack behind it. And I was like, that's
I think
awesome
the LWO
too.
shirt actually is connected with the NWO merchandise. So I think that also is why that spiked too. But actually, I went back and looked and did some more stuff. Like February and March, LWO shirts were selling well anyway.
Yeah, they are.
LWO shirts are selling really good. But I think the LWO might be connected. I don't know. Is
that part of the NWO merch? Is a good question.
In England, they start selling like NWO. The NWO shirt's cool as shit, man. It's black and white with the NWO logo. Like, why would you not?
They did the same thing in Puerto Rico. They had the LWO with the Puerto Rican flag behind it. So they're doing it and they're going to do more like PLEs in Australia and whatever. They're going to do this.
And they got to make money, and that's completely smart.
Yeah. No,
doesn't matter.
Oh, that's good. And I was talking about two. Number 1, by the way, is Roman, right?
Yeah.
Roman Reigns. Number 2 is Cody Rhodes. So. Intentionally being pushed by the machine, so those should be there. And I'm not trying to discount those guys.
So we said Pez said it here. I pulled up a little bit more on it too. Yeah, it's Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Steve Austin, LA Knight, and the NWO. The top individual items that sold. Number 1 was Rhea Ripley with "I Am Your Mommy" t-shirt.
Nice.
Okay.
Number 2 is LA Knight. I'm sure the black and red Craig. Number 3. The number 3 is really weird. It's the WCW Bash at the Beach tank top. I have no fucking clue as to why that would even trend.
Well, Jess, it's summertime. It's Bash at the Beach. Remember, today is actually the day since Hogan fucking walked down.
Yeah, that's right.
It is
27 years ago.
And then number 4 was the Bloodline We the Ones t-shirt, and number 5 was the NWO t-shirt. So those were the individual top selling t-shirts for June.
So interesting. So
they didn't have to have a Union Jack on the NWO logo.
There's a ton of Stone Cold merch just flying off the shelves all around.
All the time.
Which is pretty interesting. But in spite of all that, what's getting pushed? What is the ultimate everything? Like Stone Cold and NWO are going to be up there. But LA Knight's getting virtually no real significant push. And he's number 4.
He's over.
That's impressive. That's
crazy.
He's over. He's over. It's official. He's over.
They know what they're doing. They did the Daniel Bryan. They made us wait.
Why does Roman Reigns still win the title all the time? Well, let me tell you why Roman Reigns is still champion. He's fucking number 1 across the board. So that's why Roman Reigns is world champion.
Sure.
By the way, I didn't know this. There was a meme that was said like, won't give Money in the Bank to LA Knight because he's too old, and then it showed Damian Priest. He's old. Damian Priest, same age as LA Knight. Which I didn't know. Damian Priest is the same age as
Damian Priest does not look 40.
Can I tell you what I think the only reason why they haven't done it for LA Knight yet? Because I think if Vince had seen this, he might have pulled the trigger sooner. I would argue that they're trying to stay to the current storylines that they have, and they know they have to pivot eventually. They got to put LA Knight in somewhere, but they're not going to deter from stuff because it's working. It's just freaking working. So why would you just change it because LA Knight's getting such a great pop? I'm trying to look at it from Triple H's perspective.
No, for sure. Right? Especially if the plan's already in place for whatever the Roman's title is going, that they're not going to steer course from that. They're not. That makes sense. But
I was talking about on another thread today. They're like, do you see Roman taking out, being taken out by LA Knight? I said, you just made me like laugh, cringe, and get anger and hope all in the same moment. Because while I would be really excited about it, I would also be like, okay, where the hell do we go from here?
Now,
I said now the new title, I've got no problem with that. You take it off Priest, you take it off Seth, all day.
The place,
I'm okay with
but
that.
the place that you might
do it
change course would be the Royal Rumble. If at that point they're like, we have to pull the trigger with LA Knight, he's taking it off Roman
to win the Rumble.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, that would be like right now, like you're saying, they're not going to steer the course.
I think that he beats Austin for the U.S. title, Austin Theory, because Austin Theory, listen, I like him a lot. I think he has a lot of potential. He's not working, so let's just get the title off him. Give it to fucking LA Knight, so like he could have some kind of title, and then just like they did with the Warrior, Goldberg, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, they all won the IC title before they went up to the top.
Could you argue that?
Go ahead.
Can you make the argument that LA Knight doesn't need the title, like a lower title? He doesn't need that.
But you do that, and then even more people will be like,
Austin Theory needs the title more than LA Knight needs it.
We want to see that now, you know?
I think the problem with LA Knight is it's the top of the business or bust for him, and I don't think he thinks that way. I think that a U.S. title doesn't do anything for him. Like, people have the title because they need it at those levels, and I would say that Austin Theory needs it a hell of a lot more than LA Knight does.
They don't though. That's the problem. Is like, Honky didn't need the Intercontinental Championship. Like, he was starting to get white hot, and Vince put it on him as like the cherry on the icing or the sundae. And he's like, now you'll get even more heat from it because you're just going to escape with the skin of your teeth on everyone. Like, no,
but can you
never get anybody over if their character's not over. You could just like ask Drew McIntyre, ask Curtis Axel, ask all those people that they just said, here, have the title, and they didn't do anything for him. LA Knight is over. LA Knight is over as shit. Like, get him.
I see.
You did it with the Warrior. Saying. The reason why you did it with the Warrior and Goldberg and all these other people and Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, they all won the IC titles before. Diesel, they all won the Intercontinental title before, is because people need to see a belt on them. You have to get used to it. If you're going to push him as champion, he's different. Like, so that's why LA Knight needs a secondary title, because they want to make sure that you're not boring the fans, because you're boring me right now. He's losing every goddamn match for the most part.
So why has Cody not gotten a secondary title then?
He needs it. He doesn't need because here's the deal. Here's the difference with Cody is he was brought in the main event straight. They put him right in there with Seth. He beat Seth 3 times. Like, so you can do different things. Cody was already, and the big thing, honestly, if I'm being fair, it's a lot of anti-AEW people that fucking love it. So they're going to support Cody because they want to fucking stick it to the other company. Cody brings in so many different emotions with the Rhodes name, with coming from AEW as one of the founders. There's a lot of different things into Cody.
I understand.
LA Knight came from the bottom up. LA Knight is being built from the bottom up.
Okay, so I guess my only question to that in response is, you don't think LA Knight could be done that same way because of where they've already taken him?
I would actually agree with that. I think Dave.
Why do we have to build him from the ground up? Why?
I think he could go without it, because I think some fans, unfortunately, just because of the way the secondary titles up until now, Triple H taking over, I think people would actually probably see it as a demotion or like a bone that you're throwing to LA Knight. Like, if Cody won the Intercontinental, they'd be like, oh, look it already. Like, you know, they would have done that.
They're building Gunther as the champion, so they're building his character with the entrance and the guy doing his intro for him and standing out there. The title means more but he doesn't need the title. They could take it off him because now he's established with it, but they want to keep it a long reign on him, which is great. Like, which is awesome.
There was an article today on social that Cody, and I don't know whether this is WWE PR, but there was just an interview, but they're pushing it. But it was like Cody, John Cena spoke to Cody, and John Cena basically said, you don't have to be champion to wear a title.
You don't have to wear a title to be champion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's true though. If you're bigger than it, and Cody like if he's main eventing like matches with Dom, and if he's the biggest white meat babyface they have without a title, like for now it's working. If they're building towards something,
have to let it play out. Like, but titles are never the answer per se, Dave. To your point, because I see what you're saying. But like, some people need them. Like, some people need them to mesh with their character. Like, MJF needs the belt because that's all he ever talks about. I'm rich. I need bling. I need this. Like, that's the Flair. Flair was over all the time, but Flair should be champion. He was the best in the ring for a long time, and so he needed to be champion. Flair never would have been the guy who he was if they never put a title on him. Like, Flair never would have been that way.
I have no doubt the way LA Knight displays his persona, he needs a title for sure.
He needs something. He needs something to elevate him. There is no feud. There is nothing that's putting him up. What's next for him? Maybe we'll see. I trust that they know what they're doing, but I don't know, but you're right. If it's not a title, he needs something.
I think they do, right? Like, I think that Cuz has said it from the beginning. He's like, Cuz is like, just relax a little bit. Like, you know, if you have something that's already working, if it was going down, like if they peaked it and then it's going down, then I could see them. Oh shit! Like we didn't nurture this fire. Like Wardlow, they didn't nurture that fire enough, and that fire fucking went out, and now they're in trouble. Like LA Knight, I think Triple H is super smart, and I think he's got the machine behind him, and they're not going to let that fire die.
I swear. I think
in the next 2 months we'll see big deals.
He's kind of. They're teasing LA Knight to us. Like he wasn't. Like I said, he wasn't on TV tonight.
Right.
They want everyone to get
the angry,
huge spot.
The angry, exactly. The more blue balls we have, the angrier we get. The more we buy T-shirts, the more we chant.
Out and it's fucking all over the place.
The better the payoff's gonna be.
Everyone's hair. Fucking.
And I think in a weird way they're trying to figure out where they want him. Like, because remember, like 2 weeks ago he was trying to rip the mask off Rey Mysterio. They were trying to push him as a heel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe they're going to change him. Maybe they don't know what to do with him. Maybe. And I don't mean know what to do as in like they won't have an answer quickly.
I think the heel's the worst idea ever. I think the crowd's really put him so over.
In Pops, why would you do that?
What about a certain Kevin Nash? Am I the only one that sees an absolute ripoff of The Rock? Come on, guys.
Come on.
I mean, we've all talked about it. We all know that like he sounds.
Wait,
I don't
Nash
know if I said it
hard though.
He sounds like a perfect combination of Stone Cold and The Rock, and I don't know how he does it, but he doesn't try. Yeah. Dave said he saw an interview of him, basically going like, "Dude, this is just the way I fucking talk."
No,
everybody tells me I sound like Stone Cold and The Rock, but I just talk like this.
Everybody's supposed to have that kind of cadence in a promo.
When he talks normal,
his normal talking
voice sounds like The Rock's normal talking voice.
He has the perfect quick catchphrase. He has the perfect crowd reaction. Like he's just that perfect mix of everything that kind of worked. And yes, but that's all wrestling is just a form of copycat that works, that you mold and make it a bit different. The only thing with Kevin Nash is he's got a podcast. He's trying to fill an hour and a half.
Yeah.
He's trying to be controversial.
It's get off my lawn is what he's trying to be. Like I don't blame him for
exactly
it.
What it is.
I really don't.
I don't know.
He lost his son.
Been
like
trying to
give him all the breaks in the world.
If you say something controversial about LA Knight, you're definitely going to get clicks. We're all talking about it, right? At the end of the day,
right.
Every wrestling podcast and YouTube short that's wrestling based is talking about it. He did exactly what he wanted to do, probably, in my opinion. I bet if he talks to LA Knight later, I'm like, "Hey, man, sorry about that. That wasn't a shoot at all. I was working there. My apologies."
He also called Benoit and Guerrero vanilla midgets. Like he's always been doing this. He's been doing this for a long time. Purposely pissing people off.
He's terrible.
Scott Hall was the master in the back room of it. Like they both are cut from the same cloth when it comes to that. They stir the shit constantly.
Well, that's not me anymore, Jess.
I was trying to do really Kevin Nash earlier. It's it's almost like a plug nose, but not really Kevin Nash. It's weird. Like it's the relaxed Kevin Nash.
Really,
that's exactly what it is. Yeah, well, me and Scott.
It's way back in the.
It's relaxed.
Wait, is that Kevin Nash?
Yeah, that's my Kevin Nash.
Yeah, he's got like that draw.
It's a bit of work, but it's good. It's got the foundation for sure.
Yeah,
you'll nail it, cuz.
What was I going to say? Speaking of going back to Drew, that they're gonna have him and Riddle teaming up.
So glad Drew's back.
I just hope they don't fucking get stupid with it. Like come up with some stupid name, like call him Broken Tire or fucking Driddle or something stupid like that.
Drew McIntyre.
Drew and Matt Riddle
are gonna tag.
Drew McIntyre. I'm just like, they better not.
Are you trying to say? Are you trying to say you didn't?
Definitely not winning against Gunther, right?
Did you not like RK Bro?
I did like RK Bro. I mean, but they do that too much.
I have a shirt. I thought RK Bro was amazing.
Like stupid names. Like that's what I'm saying. They're gonna call it fucking Broken Tire or
like Jericho.
Driddle. They're gonna call it Driddle.
Broken Tire.
Yeah, like Bro and then McIntyre combined. Broken Tire. Broken Tire. Or a Driddle.
Mac and Bro.
Mac and Bro. Yeah, there you go. Mac and Bro. Like Mac and me. Mac and Bro.
Mac and Bro is not bad, David.
That's actually good.
I will buy a Mac and Bro. I will buy a Mac and Bro shirt.
You just sold T-shirts, you smart son of a bitch.
Go make a website.
Mac and Bro.
If you start seeing that, you know they listen. They have one motherfucker that listens to us.
It's July 7th, and if you nail it,
mark it down. Mac and Bro.
Over the line.
I feel like they steal from us all the time, just to be honest.
Yeah.
You still
Market 8, dude. Craig, I got you, man. I got you, buddy.
This is not Vietnam. There's rules.
Market 0. Yeah. Love that. Oh my.
So I didn't. So they're forming a tag team, and then SummerSlam is supposed to be Drew and Gunther. Then there's no way.
So
Drew
you know
is
what that
beating
means?
Gunther.
Randy's coming back, and he's going to betray Riddle. And then they're going to fight at SummerSlam.
Is he healthy?
Am I?
They said
I don't think he's
the only one that feels that
man.
that Riddle's not working anymore.
I know.
They got to change the character. He's not. He needs to stop being.
Well, remember when he got in that before he got busted? He got in the feud with Seth.
Yeah,
remember?
that
And
was
they culminated
awesome.
It was good, but I feel like they thought that was the feud that would put him like into the next level, and then he just never got the next level reactions.
Yeah, but wasn't he
And I
gone
think
for like
people
8
were
months or something after that?
Well, he was,
Yeah.
but I mean before that, and I don't like his tights now. I mean, I know that's superficial, but I don't like his tights.
MMA, dude.
He looks naked.
Yeah,
I mean,
Honestly, no.
I mean,
If that stuff rubs
You're
you
gonna
the
have a
wrong
bunch
way,
of
it's
guys wearing
little
tap out
things.
shirts outside your house in like 10 minutes.
If anyone knows the details of what
What'd
works
you
and
say,
what doesn't,
bro?
it's Vince. That's the reason why he takes like names off of people. Biggie Lanston becomes Biggie. It's the details. It's a small thing. So just saying the tights is something huge. Like if something turns you off, you have to.
It's weird, and I don't know. And he was gone for a while, yes, but even before that, I remember after he won the Seth feud, I was like that. Like they put him in a position to where people should be reacting to him like he's on a top tier level now, and I don't feel like everyone did that. And then he went away. He got caught. He got busted, and then he went away, and then now he's back. And then so I'm like, yeah, maybe he lost momentum. Maybe that's the problem, but I just don't feel
He
people
gets
are
pops
like.
though. He does get. Pretty
I
big
guess
pops
he
when comes
does.
out.
He also just he's expecting a child
Yeah,
with his
maybe
adult
you're right.
film girlfriend. So I didn't know he
Oh,
was
nothing
dating.
will go wrong.
Have
That's
a
fine.
kid now, or what?
That's going to go off
I
without a
didn't
hitch.
know.
Nope, I don't. I just when he's the trouble that he's had, and then
No, it'll be fine. Craig,
hold on, who am
nothing's
I
going to go
to
wrong.
explain
Everything's
this
going to end
part?
happy. There's no way that's going to be a toxic thing. It's no way.
I hope he's fine. I like him very, very much, and he let us take a picture with him at
He's
WrestleMania.
super
So
talented.
therefore I'm
He's
gonna be a
very
fan for
talented
life
in
of him.
there.
So
Well,
I
maybe
think he's
that-
awesome.
He was
Maybe-
really cool with you guys. Brett,
Maybe
not so much.
The
Brett
Randy
was like,
feud is what he needs. He needs the Randy feud.
Yeah, tie the
I
story
don't
back
think-
together. Finish the
so-
story.
Finish the story.
Is Randy going to ever do an RKO again? I don't think his back is ever going to enable him to do like.
What if he comes back and his finisher is like just completely ridiculous? Like it's
Yeah.
not the RKO anymore because he can't do it.
He does.
It's like Hogan not doing the leg
Why-
drop.
He's
I
25
hate to be-
years in or
why-
whatever he is.
Moonsault
why,
into a
why can't
450.
but why can't the finisher just
Bear
be
hug.
the running knee? Just let it be the running knee.
Who?
Oh, just go back to the punt. Yeah, the punt.
Yeah, just go back to
Yeah,
the running
Punk-
knee.
Oh
and
yeah,
punt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rollins is doing the curb stomp again, and they-
I
they
miss
banned that
I
for a
miss
little bit.
Seth.
I mean, if the
I
voice
miss
is in
Seth
his head,
curb stomping
tell him.
people. Yeah.
Well, he's still doing the curb stomp.
Yeah, but it's not like exactly the way he finishes, right? Like all the time.
That's how he's
I'll-
finishing, yeah, or no?
Let's just finish. Yeah, the curb. What
So I
do
can't
they call
remember.
it
I just
now?
saw his match like not too long ago.
It's not the curb stomp anymore. What do they call
Call
it? They can't call it curb
skull
stomp.
crushing finale, or is that Miz? Is that
No,
Miz?
that's
It's
Yeah.
Mrs.
That's Mrs.
I can't recall.
Dare you?
I don't care.
yeah, I
Miz,
actually
Miz
don't
is
know what they call it.
Miz is the best, Craig. That's why I say that.
This is awesome.
He's the.
I think they call it like the
greatest of all
TV title smash or something like that. It's weird. It's a weird name.
Yeah, speaking of Miz, he's.
time. You made
I
it
love
very
how-
clear that you think this title is like the Intercontinental title, Jess.
I love how anytime
We hear you.
anyone's gonna come to WWE, they was like, "What is he gonna do? Feud with the Miz?" It's like, so
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what?
If he's the guy
That
that
should be the
elevates
guy. Like
people,
if you're a
yeah.
babyface coming in, that's
Guess what? If the Miz goes in the back and starts talking good about you, then you fucking are going to be fine. Like if
Yeah.
Miz goes back and goes,
people said that
God.
about Jay White, and I'm like, yeah, where's Jay White now? What is he doing? He's seems like he's second fiddle to
So
Juice Robinson.
Mrs. the new Kane. Everyone gets
Yeah.
put with Kane
Mark
first.
Henry
and
just
then
wait,
there's-
just better. Just better.
if you can work with Miz, you can work with anyone, kind of thing. And good for Miz.
This is awesome.
Hey,
It's
this is
come a long
wonderful.
way to that.
Yep, he's one of the best. But apparently,
He's out there
not
every
like
night
that
they
that
ask him.
Apparently, it's
you know?
not cool to say that because people are stupid.
yeah, people are fucking dumb.
Whoa.
But
Hey, man.
Sorry, listeners.
Well, speaking
whoa.
of Kane, have you guys seen the blue Kane? Oh my god.
So is that
is that?
unofficial? How is that allowed to happen? It's just an
parody.
indie wrestler in the blue cane mask and the full
they
blue,
call him
cane
Blue Cane.
bodysuit. And
he
his
comes
name's
out
Blue Cane.
and he comes out to like the intro of Kane's song, the organs, and then when it goes into it goes into the "I'm blue, now I'm a diva." It goes into that song, and he comes out and he does the Kane, but snow comes down from the fucking ceiling. It's fucking
Fucking
great.
hilarious.
It's
so
fucking
funny.
funny, dude.
God damn it.
You know, fuck, they have bigger fish to fry. Just to let it happen.
Oh, and now
cares?
like Matt Cardona's calling him out. He's like, I want to fight Blue Cane.
Oh, yeah,
Right back
does
says,
anyone
I
know
wanna
how to-
shock Blue Cane?
Exactly.
Everyone's like, hey, it's getting him name recognition now. Like the guy, we got Ryback and Cardona, two guys that have a lot of followers that are
Blue.
shouting
That's
you
so
out.
fucking funny.
There was a great podcast episode with Matt Cardona and Eric Bischoff. What's the episode? The podcast they do about the business, but it was really good about how Matt Cardona has ruled the indies and loved like counting his money at the end of the night and how he kind of got to his level. So it was good.
Hey,
dude, he's
awesome, doing almost the same thing like what Cody did. Yeah. Dude. I think it's great. Some people have to leave the machine and figure it out on their own and then come back. They'll be so much better. He'll be back in WWE one day.
He will. Yeah. His wife's there, so why not?
His wife's there now.
Yeah. Morrison did it too, and he can decide to leave and come back, and same kind of stuff.
I think Morrison's on Impact now. It's he goes back and forth.
I thought he's back in AEW now.
He actually went to AEW again.
TV.
Just recently.
Oh, shit, you're right, cuz. Yeah, you're right. That's right.
Yeah, just recently.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So I'm going all over the place.
Names. He's Johnny TV. He's Johnny Impact. Yeah. He's
Johnny something.
I'm going all over the place, but apparently I don't watch Impact. But last night, PCO got
lit on fire by Bubba.
Attacked by Buddy. By Bubba, and then they poured battery acid on him and they lit him on fire. And then what else did they do? But it was super dark and super disturbing to watch.
It was awesome though.
Was that Impact?
Yep.
Yeah.
Impact. Mm-hmm.
Impact's been doing some crazy shit lately. He stapled his mouth shut.
And the guy that was with Bubba, is that truly the Quebecer?
Actually, you know what? I forgot his face of the guy that was standing there with Bubba because I was more paying attention to it. I kind of wasn't really paying attention to who was standing off on the side.
What do you mean,
it was
Quebecer?
A younger wrestler, wasn't it?
The one-eyed Quebecer.
That's PCO.
PCO.
Wait, what?
The guy they lit on fire.
PCO's Pierre.
That's Pierre. That's Pierre.
Holy shit. See, I had no fucking idea. So that guy has morphed himself into a career where he just takes all that damage and
Oh yeah.
And the scar above his eye.
He's been going all over
That's
the indies.
Pierre?
Yep. He was in Ring of Honor.
See, I'm so sorry, everybody. Everyone's just tuning out right now.
Yeah.
He was Ring of Honor champion before they went out of business. Before Tony bought him, he won the title, didn't he? At the end.
Yep.
Why is he still wrestling?
I would argue, Craig, a lot of people don't know that.
He does crazy shit.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, Craig. I don't think people would be tuning in going, "Oh, I didn't know that." It's like going to IMDb. I didn't know that person was doing this too.
Because he doesn't look the same at all. He looks totally different.
No, he's got this deep scar, and then he's not really. He's got a bit of an off eye, but it's not as cross-eyed as Pierre was with the glass eye. But damn, I had no fucking clue. So he's more to a guy that just masochist, and he staples his mouth, and they pour battery.
Yeah, he's crazy. Yeah,
and I guess they hit cinder blocks on him with bricks. They beat the shit out of him, kidnapped him.
Good God.
Yeah, he's been. Yeah, go back and watch his
Jesus
hardcore matches that he's been doing.
Good job, Pierre. I always liked him too, dude. He was so good back then.
It's cool to see him he's
got to be our age. He's got to be mid-40s, except because he's not that old. But
right?
What do you guys think though of? I think I've sent a couple of things on social media a couple of weeks back. It seems like the promoters are buying cases of fucking Costco light bulbs, and these guys are just what is going on? It's 20 minutes. I take one, you take one. I take one, you take one. I'm like, what are we doing here?
I know.
I am not impressed at all. I don't. It seems very
Who started that? That was it Necro Butcher that started that?
The light bulbs?
No, because they were already doing that in Japan.
Well, no, they were doing that, but I mean the take turns. Because remember, Necro used to put a chair. He used to have his opponent sit down, and he would hand the stapler off. He would get stapled, then he would staple. He would hand it off. I think Necro Butcher started the handing off shit. You go, I go, you go, I go.
It's horrifying.
Go back and watch him and Samoa Joe.
It can't be good, and these guys are going to have some.
Yeah, go back and watch it.
Can you go back? Can you go back 20 years in time and find out, or 20 years in the future, or just go forward and find out how sick they are, some kind of cancer from all that shit they inhaled in the first place?
I know.
It's just stupid. It's so dumb.
Yeah,
it's not necessary.
You need to do that.
As far as weapons go, you don't want to inhale that shit.
That's
but
underground. That's underground, underground hardcore music. That's what that style of wrestling is.
Did you guys see clips from GCW's backyard event from last weekend?
Which one?
So they actually, GCW actually had an event at someone, in some house's backyard. And so they had a stripped down ring, and they did pools and tractors and tables that were made out of actual doors. So it looked like what we used to do with O.W.P.
Show. Remember, you watched the Nick Gage documentary, The Vice? Remember, that's where he almost died. They had that. No,
that was a tournament of death that they do on the farm.
But what I mean is how they do it out in the yard like that. GCW. Similar. They do that type of stuff all the time.
GCW. Yeah. So is that Joey Joey Janela had the main event against a guy named Dilf or something, and he looked so unhappy with what he was doing. So he beat the fuck out of this Dilf guy, and then he threw him off a roof, someone's roof, like you would throw off your garage, Jess, into like a kiddie pool full of balls, like a ball pit.
Good God!
But there was so much violence. It was incredible. But it was. And Nick Gage was on commentary, and it was like a lot of lesser known GCW guys and indie guys, and it was only 5 kind of but it was live on Fight, and it was like on July 4th, I think.
You know what? The seeds were planted by Foley and the FMW matches and ECW. Like, yeah, and ECW, like they just left, like ECW did, I think, greatly influenced the cruiserweight division in WCW because they stole everybody.
And the Hardys laid the tracks on
a lot of people
spots,
remember
right?
ECW, unfortunately, for all the fucking brutal shit that they do or whatever. But FMW was big on that. It started Cactus Jack because that video of him jumping off his garage onto the mattress is legendary.
That helped,
and that really started everything because people are like, and then remember during the wrestling, the Monday Night Wars, like in the late '90s, it was fucking light bulbs. It was everything like that. Now it's just back again, and they're fucking doing it all again. Like
it's happening over
in a weird way. I know this sounds silly. I know we don't like that kind stuff, but it has to happen. It's weird. It keeps everybody engaged. Like it's weird. Like
I mean, I'll watch it. Like I like watching it.
Underground. When you have an underground level of something, it means you've made it. You know, when there's an underground anything, it's like, dude.
That's what you need.
I just felt like our version of underground. It's the get off my lawn moment was like PWG, and we talked about the guys that we see that are now, you know, at the top at WWE now, and you follow those guys through the ranks. That was true underground, and those guys weren't putting in work, and they didn't need 36 cases of fucking.
Those were true.
That's why I said this is like
true indies. I don't think indies were underground. True. I think that underground is like the light bulbs, the staplers, and shit like that.
Underground. It's like underground music.
Yeah,
underground hardcore music.
Yeah,
I guess. I just don't. Again, I think I'm being that get off my lawn guy.
I agree with you, Dave. I agree with you. It's not a bad point of view. It's not a bad point of view to have. It's just like, but I think it needs to happen. It's weird. Like we're attracted to different stuff about wrestling. We like the performance. We like the actual technicals.
We like the work.
Some people, though, I mean, I always go back to the guys at PWI, Dave Scheer and Mike Johnson. And they're equally as big as they're maybe not quite as big as Wrestling Observer, but they're almost
they were
there.
Back in the day. Like they were the first.
And but they always told the story about how they were so sick and tired of American wrestling. It was dumb. It was bubblegummy. The early 90s were torture. And then they live on the East Coast. This fucking promotion called ECW came along and they'd saved them. They're like, we were going to not watch wrestling anymore. But then ECW came. We went live to the bingo hall and we started getting hooked in wrestling all over again. And they're like, we didn't condone a lot of the violence, but like it was this thing that drew us in, and now they're still watching wrestling. You know, it's like you need this underground stuff. Some people like that seedy shit, and then it makes them watch the big promotions again. WWE,
I watch it.
Yeah, right. Like Cuz has always kind of been an FMW and stuff, and so it's just like it's like a really fun, cool. I mean, Hayabusa and all that stuff. Like he was both. He was technical and he did the fucking crazy shit. Like he did, so that, I got attracted to him, and then I watched RVD, and then I started watching. So there was other things about ECW that I liked, and I was like, oh man, like I didn't care for the Vic Grimes, I didn't care for the Balls Mahoney, I didn't like New Jack at all. I hated him. I still do. Sorry, rest in peace.
How dare you?
But like I didn't like
rest
that
in
stuff.
Power.
However, like
rest in power.
Rest in power. Rest in violence. Something of that thing laid a seed in me, and I still watch WWF. I suffered through Diesel and Mabel like you guys did, but I mean, like there's a place for it. You'll find something that clicks with you and that seedy underbelly shit, and then you're just like, oh, like you don't have to like all of it. And I agree with Dave. Some of it's just like, what are you doing? Like you guys are gonna fucking permanently fuck yourselves up by doing this. Like why would you do that? But then on the other side of it, it's like sometimes you see one thing, and I'm like, oh, that gets me really interested, and then that person makes it up the ladder, and you see them on AEW or WWE or whatever, and you're like, dude, like.
When you talk about true indies, Sammy was that from PWG, and he's up there now. On that side. Sorry, Craig, go ahead.
And speaking of, did you see like the images from John Moxley on that NGPW Strong? I forget who he faced, but they put like the
needles in his head,
the wooden skewers that it's in a band, but like that looks so.
I thought he had hair.
It looks so painful. But
again, I was on another wrestling thread. We were talking about this for hours. We're like, why? I don't understand at this point. There are some people that have to do some things. I don't know why Moxley has to like gush a gallon of blood. But that's his
path, though. I love it. Like,
yeah, that's his path.
He was like that in the beginning before he joined. Before he went and became the Shield member. This is what made him a pro wrestling fan. It's his pure estate. Like,
so it's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do.
Let him do it. He's got a big ass name, and he is gonna influence someone who's in that seedy underbelly somewhere, and they're gonna be like, John Moxley gave me the rub, or John Moxley let me fucking hit him on the head with a light bulb, or you know what I mean. One day it's going to help someone.
I just don't see the point of 20 bamboo sticks stuck into the top of my skull. That's to me. I agree with you. Outrageous.
Dave, that's what made him a pro wrestling fan. He never wanted to do anything else. He was I think he suffered when he was in part of the Shield. He definitely suffered when he was Dean Ambrose and Vince made him come down on the gas mask. And he hated it. Like
he hated all of it.
He hated all of it, and that's okay. And he went to AEW. So many people like, why would he do that? I'm like, because he can fucking do what he wants. Tony Khan lets him go gallivant on the weekends, and he does whatever he wants. And he comes back and he's like, "You need me to fucking fight, Omega today? Sounds good." But then on the weekends, he's like, "I'm gonna go get fucking shit rammed in my face." Like,
it's like the Eddie Kingston route. It's like that's what he wanted. Like he's just about the storytelling. He's not doing it just to be violent and just to bleed, but it's like it's what he was raised on in Cincinnati and that kind of thing, and in those dingy bingo halls and.
To him, it's art and story. He's telling his story. Listen. You can say what you want about CM Punk. CM Punk had the same thing when he was in Ring of Honor. CM Punk was passionate about that product. He was like, he loved it. No one fucking gives us a chance. We're going to we are pro wrestling. And like, I love it. Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, they were so, AJ Styles, they were so fucking passionate. They were part of a period where there was no second promotion really to go to. I mean, if you count TNA, but
they took ECW spot, I think.
I love it. Like, I may not like a lot of it, but like it makes, I love their passion. That's what we like pro wrestling.
It makes him happy. I agree with you, Dave. Like, he's a millionaire. He doesn't need to do it, but like he chooses and wants to cut himself every Wednesday, which arguably we can talk about too much, maybe. But he also on the weekends gets bamboo sticks shoved in his head. What? Sorry.
I think there's something wonderful about it. For some reason, like
it's beautiful.
You know, some people think about their longevity, and you know, Mick Foley's suffering right now because he's like, I kind of knew when I was doing all this shit, like it was going to catch up with me, but Mick Foley opened up like a different world for people. Like people were like, dude, like. If Foley did it in a different way, by the way, and Moxie's kind of emulating it. Like Moxie's like, you know, we see Craig noted a picture where he was being damaged. He doesn't go to independent shows to fuck other people up. He's like, yeah, you want to shove that shit in my head? Let's do it. You know, Mick Foley was the same way. He's like, no, just roll back the shit and I'll fall on it. And they're what? And he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking move and I'm gonna roll on the concrete. And they're like, okay, like.
Yeah, it's a different way between the temporary pain and then to just
superficial skin wound. Foley was falling on his fucking hip and shit. Yeah, for sure. But yeah,
let's segue real quick.
Hell in a Cell.
Eddie Kingston winning the.
I told Vince I'm just gonna do Mr. Sacco now. Just gonna do that for now.
I don't think.
Do it. I think he would forget where his he would go to the store from his house and forget how to get home.
You're gonna stop that shit.
And so what do we think? Eddie Kingston won the Open Heavyweight Championship against Kenta in New Japan, which was a childhood dream, and cut a really cool kind of promo. Like, I don't think he should give Eddie Kingston a title of that nature, but
I would agree with you on that, but you know,
but I love that he's so passionate.
I would just attest him, right? Because Eddie Kingston's a bitcher. And he's one of those guys that bitch all the fucking time. And I never get a shot. You can just tell he's like, to be around.
What about me, partner? What you
him and CM Punk don't get along because they're the fucking same. If you hung out with any of them, you'd be like, enough of your shit. Like, you know, but so that's why they don't like each other. But so you test him, right? You give him what he always wanted. And now if he fumbles it, you could be like, it's all you, bitch. If he fucks it up, it's be like, it's all you. You just have a shit attitude.
You go wrestle with it 25 times in 31 days in the G1 and see if your body holds up.
If he does well with it and like he has a better attitude from it, then guess what? He was right the whole time. All you had to do is give me a chance. Like, you know, and like,
that's you know what? The crowd kind of loved him beating Kenta and doing his like little he's so fat though.
But can you I was gonna say, can you be real? Can Eddie really last in the G1? Is that really possible?
No. Wow. I think if you do gimmicks and he's matches at under 10 minutes, maybe it's going to be tough for him.
Yeah. Are they going to go out of their way to do that for him? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
man.
the thing.
What if he goes, I can go, as Cuz says, I can go, partner. Okay.
I can go, partner. What are you talking about, partner?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, then you're going to go like every night.
You want to fight Drew?
5 minutes.
I don't do no wrist locks. I'm just gonna
go back
fucking
and work on it.
smash
Go
you."
back and work on it. It's not ready. It's not ready.
Still in the oven, partner.
I don't care about
he
you.
doesn't-
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
To your point, Craig, if he doesn't get special treatment in the G1, he's gonna get wrecked. He's not gonna make it. The G1 is a
McIntyre impersonation's undercooked, partner.
Japanese wrestling's always been about
injured out of the G1. You know, it's
Japanese wrestling's always been about
of-
kind of diversity, right? Like, so I know New Japan's always been kind of like a one thing.
Yeah.
But if they were smart, you book your talent to their strengths if they're smart.
Yeah, I forget what it was. Shit, somebody beautifully elucidated the difference between Japan, America, and European wrestling, and it was like, fuck, I can't remember it.
I saw the meme. It's like a square thing. Yeah.
Was it Chris Hero?
It might have been. It was like a meme, right? With it was 4 squares, and then each one had like
each had a
New
different
Japan's
style.
this, WWE's this, like
And it was like Japan was like struggle against adversity, and like American wrestling was like
Moral struggle.
WWE's morality or something like that.
Yeah,
WWE's
morality. Yeah, it was morality.
And England was
AEW. I'm going to make a joke for because AEW was a big question mark. Like, that's what it was. I'm just kidding.
But that made me think
they
of
don't know
that,
what they
like,
are, you know.
It is strong style, and you want to talk about long-term storylines. Like in Japan, like you will wait for years for someone to get their shot.
Yeah.
Yep.
But see, there you go. A lot of the people that are cultists that hate on WWE are like, look, LA Knight is already done, and then they watch New Japan and drag out the fucking stories. Like, shut the fuck up and wait for it.
Yeah.
Yes,
how long did it take for Omega
Yes.
to really finally clinch the gold in New Japan? It took
All of
forever,
them,
right?
They
God,
had to go.
2008.
Because in their defense, though, the American
no, in
audience
their
is
defense,
fucking.
don't do it.
The American audience is impatient.
Yes,
they
are
are.
minute to minute.
No,
ratings,
but
week to
that
week.
same what I'm saying is that same audience would
And
also
we
watch
can't
New Japan and watch a
read-
long
I'm sorry,
drawn out
what?
story, and then
Yes,
bitch at WWE when LA Knight doesn't get
Yes.
pushed after showing up a week on the roster.
it's
Well,
true.
because they're impatient. That's what I'm saying. They're
No,
impatient.
but-
They
but
just
then they'll
lie
go
about
watch-
the other side.
But then they'll go watch New Japan and they'll drag on their story for years, and then
And they'll be able
yeah,
to
the
defend
best
it.
in the
actually
world.
He's years away from beating Okada.
LA
He only,
Knight-
They're also
Dude,
the
on
same
Raw
people
last
like,
night.
the
Why did you
Bloodline
not beat
storyline's
Roman
going on
Reigns?
way too long. I'm like, really? I thought you liked story. You wanted storylines. You got the Bloodline.
Yeah.
Like the best storyline almost
the
in
best
wrestling
storyline,
history.
yeah.
It's
And then
fine.
people are like, eh,
It's fine. Everything's
It is
fine.
still the best. It's still the best storyline.
it's
I don't
too
care what anybody
long.
says.
It's too long.
What shirts are selling again? We the ones, Bloodline.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's
How can people that sit through 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons of a show and then they say that like dude, did you not hear them after WrestleMania? We're in season 3 or the third inning or whatever. There's still a lot more to go. It's like you should enjoy it. You should be happy that there's still a long
lot
way
of
to
people
go.
know
walked
sponsors
out, like
the
Craig
fourth-
said. A lot of people
you know
walked
who
out.
sponsors the fourth inning?
Right up.
No,
Right
Nuke.
up. They sure
Dude,
did.
the cheers tonight for
Oh,
Roman.
dude, they were going, Roman,
and then they
Roman.
shouted. Then they all shouted tribal chief, and then they all shouted you fucked up, and then they all shouted you got pinned. But like it's the ultimate like tweener.
best.
Like they love him.
It's the best. It's
I
the best
love
thing
it.
right now.
What was the time frame again? How long since Roman had been pinned?
It
3
was
years?
3 years, pretty much
years?
about 3 years. Yeah.
And it was Jay.
How incredible is that, though? Think about WWE for a moment, allowing someone not to get pinned for 3 years. That's unheard of. That's Hogan-esque. That's Backlund-esque. That's a long time to not be pinned at any level in the realm of the machine. Again, why people are complaining, I have no idea. I was disappointed that Cody didn't win at Mania. We've all talked about that. We talked to the death, but at the same time, like, I'm not that upset about it. I'm not that mad. I'm not.
Yeah.
A lot of the
I'm not,
people that complain
It's
are
not
even
Booker
watching
Triple
right
H mad, is what I'm trying to say.
say
Like,
that.
what was the point of that shit? That was dumb. Like, I'm not Sting Triple H mad. What was the point of that shit? That stuff was stupid. This makes sense, and it's still working.
Can I ask-
And
It's ironic the
can I
same
ask you
guy
guys a
is
question,
actually
though?
booking it.
now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do you guys want to see Jay beat Roman at SummerSlam?
no,
No.
No, like the wrestling, like us knowing, wrestling, no. But as if I was just a fan, oh fuck yeah, I would love to see that. So that's why the match makes sense because you're thinking like, yeah, this is the one right here, man.
I haven't.
Someone,
I
if
almost.
you're a
This,
fan.
I was going to
for the
save
chase.
this for a later episode tonight, but like there is something. It's not off-putting. I don't want to say that, but if that's the main event of SummerSlam in front of 50,000+ at Ford
It's
Field,
the biggest storyline in wrestling right now, Craig.
we're just continuing the story.
No, it
Right.
is. It
Don't worry
is.
about
But
Jay
like,
just
if
main
you're
evented
talking about
Wrestle
his
fucking
titles
Mania
and all
and
that stuff,
tag
like
team. Fucking
he's not a
American,
singles
You're right.
wrestler. He's not a singles wrestler. I can see that the negative feedback on it. Like It feeds into the storyline, but why is he getting a shot at the world title? He doesn't deserve it. He's a tag wrestler. Like, there's no reason for it. And we don't even know who Jay is. We don't know who Jay is.
He's main event Jay, baby.
I still don't 100%. I can't 100%
the beginning of the Bloodline story. That was it started there. That's why it makes sense in a story.
His single character to me, like, his single character to me needs to be drawn out.
And I don't care. That's how I tell it.
You missed it. You guys missed it.
I swear to God, that's how I.
But to Cuz's point, the storyline's fine. It makes sense. It flows along or whatever.
That's how he beats
him. But if you're looking at it from a why is he getting the world title shot standpoint,
I'm just going to whisper when you miss it, Craig.
You know what? You know how he's gonna win, right? Jay's gonna beat him. He's gonna he can drive down to the ring.
Stop it!
That's not that.
Run over Roman Reigns.
Did Jay do that?
Stop it!
I thought it was the other one that did that.
But I thought you. Sorry.
Jimmy's married to Naomi. Jimmy's the drinker. You bastard.
Right. You're right.
So stupid.
I'm trying to book
We the .08.
Just hang up. Just hang up now.
That's hilarious. I just made a really funny joke. We the .08.
I got you.
Sorry.
What are we doing?
Sorry. God, they're so talented. I'm sorry. Then everything looks good for those guys.
Oh, they're incredible.
See, now you don't like great things I'm talking about.
Thanks for listening.
The main event makes sense.
Are we going to go to the card? Money in the Bank was last Saturday.
Yeah.
Money in the Bank.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Well, they main
I'm
evented
biased.
again.
I didn't watch all of it, so I apologize.
I'm obviously disappointed in the LA Knight not picking it up, but I still think there's something about, I think they want to push Damian Priest, and I get that, and they're gonna create some rift between the faction there, and that's awesome. So it's gonna be good. It'll be great for the story of their faction.
They're making a storyline. I think it's fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Damian Priest. I can't get over the knee knock, but I can't unsee that anymore. If you guys keep looking, he's got.
Wait, what do you mean the knee knock?
You're a terrible person.
Who?
He's got knocked knees.
He's got knocked knees. So do I. I hate you for saying this.
What are knocked knees?
Oh, like Nash.
Like the knees are indented, like a duck walk, but the knees are like they face each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
Well, they don't face each other. That's duck feet.
That's bull-legged.
Knees.
That's bull-legged.
Yeah.
It's the reverse of bull-legged. He's got knocked knees.
When Nash had that shit,
go back and watch a match.
Okay, so
it's
now
bad. I can't.
Nash is
here's my issue. Damian Priest is a big dude, and he's fierce. And he's amazing, but I feel like you're like one step away from a massive leg injury, and I'm just gonna say I don't think that's the right guy to strap the briefcase to.
Yeah,
he is a lot younger than most of these guys, but there's something about these big dudes doing the moves that he's doing. He can't last. He can't.
It's funny, as much as popular as Judgment Day seems to be, you would think that would have been a good one, but it kind of fell flat. Like I felt the same way. I think it's because we all thought LA Knight or Logan Paul.
I didn't. I wanted it. I didn't think it was going to happen. I didn't think LA Knight was going to happen. That's what I wanted, but I didn't believe he was going to get it.
I think we thought if it wasn't going to be LA Knight, that it probably would have been Logan, which.
Yeah. But you guys didn't hate it, really.
No.
I like being surprised.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I think we texted back like, wow, I didn't see that coming. I was like, but that was good. I wasn't mad at all.
When I knew he was the only big man in my mind, I said, he's the dark horse to win it because he's that one big dude that's going to pull it off. But I thought it was going to be Logan. And then if it wasn't Logan, it would be LA Knight. But I was like, it'll be Logan. But then your dark horse is going to be Damian Priest.
You know what, though?
So I wasn't that surprised.
I think Ricochet saw Forbidden Door and saw his rival buddy Ospreay and Omega have that crazy match. And I think he's thinking, me and Logan, we're going to do the same thing.
Are they friends?
Have an insane match. Well, him and Logan Paul are going to fight. Ricochet and Will Ospreay, they are. Yeah.
Oh.
And they were rivals on the Indies. Yeah, they fought a lot on the Indies, but I think he's going to kind of be.
They had the first controversial match. Their match, I remember, divided people because their match was very acrobatic and it was insane.
Yeah,
it was
crazy.
It was really it was an athletic display, but people were like, that's not wrestling. They divided the whole wrestling audience. Like it was very.
I mean, because it is too much
think.
like, hey, let's take turns doing our shit and flippity
Right.
done standing there waiting for it. But you still can't say it's not like it's still gonna make you go, whoa.
It was crazy. You
I
could
don't
watch
think Logan can
it.
do that with him either. Logan even
that?
said this week on his podcast, he's like, I'm a newbie. I didn't know how to improvise. And it was almost like he was blaming Ricochet for forcing him to, what else are you going to do? Like, we're going, brother.
We're going.
Just like New Jack and Vic Rhymes. Like, we're doing it.
You could tell he was not ready. Logan Paul was
they're
not
going to
ready
have.
for that.
Yeah, but I'm glad you brought that spot up because, like, listen, you could say what you want about maybe Ricochet pulled him off too early or whatever, but those motherfuckers rope walked. And not rope walked like The Undertaker. They came off a ladder and landed sideways on the middle and top ropes and had to hold their balance. It was fucking insane. Like, I was like, dude, like, that's just one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
Their fucking match, their match at SummerSlam.
It'll be great. It'll be great.
But it'll be well rehearsed, which is fine.
It'll have to be because Logan Paul will have to be walked through the entire thing.
That's what I'm saying, though. I think Ricochet's going to want to say, like, hey, I got to.
Can we talk about the one prediction I actually got right? I said I think Io is going to win Money in the Bank, but I didn't predict that ending. First of all, let's get some cuffs out and let's
the way they did it with the drama with Bayley,
and then Becky started to fish hook. Fish hook.
That was a good spot.
And then Io handcuffs them together and wins the Money in the Bank. It was a very surprising ending in the way they did it. I didn't think, let's just handcuff Bayley and Becky together so they can't get up there. And Io climbs over them and kicks her partner in the face. But at the end of it, when they were talking, Io and Bayley were fine. They weren't mad at each other. They were still showing a good front. I don't know how much longer it's going to last. Yeah, but it's kind of cool that they kind of like they worked it out for now. But I mean,
they're putting layers on it, right? I love it.
Exactly.
I love all the layers.
Dakota's gone. Dakota's gone right now.
Oh, she's injured, right?
She's injured,
9 months, so you're going to have to go the route. Actually, since the rumors are that the women's briefcase cash-in is not going to be successful, it's probably Bayley's probably going to be the one that cost her it, I bet.
If it is, it'll be the first time.
There you
go. They've never had an unsuccessful.
Yeah, women's. Yeah. So there you go.
Did you hear about the other stat? As soon as it reached over 48 hours, Io Sky automatically became the second longest person to ever hold the briefcase because everyone else is cashed in on the same night.
Oh,
but it's only what 6 years old, 8 years old since they've done it for the ladies.
Yeah.
And then did you see like on social media with Stardom where Sky started, like what her old finisher used to be? It was a moonsault foot stomp. So what Finn Balor does,
coup de grace.
So she did it. Imagine going the turnbuckle, facing the crowd, and then moonsaulting and
I've been trying to tell people
on her opponent.
She's great. Io is great.
You watch her.
God.
You watch her NXT, and obviously what she had done before. I'm like, Io can work. Io can carry a title. Io is perfect for a Money in the Bank hold.
Her trash can spots in War Games when she fucking jumped on.
She's incredible. Io is an amazing wrestler, and I don't know if she gets enough credit because she's always under the wing of Bayley.
All the best women's wrestlers are under the WWE banner. That's true.
Wow.
What other division compared?
Absolutely.
No one else.
For ladies, you're saying, right?
Women's. Yeah.
Just kidding. Actually, the clips from Willow versus how do you say her name? Gula from Stardom. They beat the shit out of each other. That was
Willow's actually she's okay. So she's not bad at all.
Being a secondary plan B or like an improv for Monday getting injured, she's done really well for herself. Good for her.
That was kind of Monday's fault.
Just stay on track with Money in the Bank, and I'm sorry about trying to steer it back, but we got to talk about Ronda and Baszler. We have to talk about it for a minute because we've been going back and forth on this one all week, and I'm over here like, good. She's pushing the timeline.
You guys had a long chat.
Ronda is pushing up the timeline to do whatever she wants to do. Go back to UFC, whatever she wants. I think she's hurting. Well, I said at the time I thought she was hurting Shayna Baszler. Because I thought, they're going to try to make Ronda face and Shayna's going to have to like do this and that. But the way, did you see the way the crowd reacted when they finally addressed it? Shayna got all the pull. The crowd pulled to Shayna. Yeah. I don't know if they knew that was going to happen because Shayna pulled a great promo, totally trashed Ronda in the process about how you just got to walk in here and main event WrestleMania out of nowhere. I was putting rings together. I was like, oh, snap. Shayna's pulling something up from underneath. I'm like, Shayna's mic work has gotten 10 times better, maybe more than what I remember. And she got a chance to finally speak her mind. She was angry, and it was good. And I'm like, ooh, This is a Shayna Baszler I could start to really get behind and start to do some real work on the main roster. Without Ronda, thank God, because I have my own issues with Ronda. I've talked about it several times in this podcast. I don't think she cares about it. I don't think she loves it.
She does.
The sooner you go, the better.
No, she doesn't.
Bye-bye.
You say she does?
That's what she was training in pro wrestling before even UFC.
Yeah, she doesn't. I don't think she hasn't.
She's always been a pro wrestling fan too.
She's just
once she was
in
it. I think once she was in it and saw like the grind and saw the fans, I don't think she loves it.
It's real work, and she
don't think she loves it.
No, I think she got more butthurt about the fans. I think she loves it
because you can't do the work. You can do the ring work.
She's really good in the ring. I think she's a lot better than people get.
Okay, she never could win. Like really,
that's less than half the job, cousin. You know that when they.
Well, there's a lot of people that are good in the ring, but honestly, she is absolute garbage on the mic, and she has no idea who she is. She has no idea who she is.
Once again, we talked about that. That's because they forced her to be babyface. If they would have let, like I said,
she's been heel for a year. She's been heel for a year now, and she still can't figure it out.
Exactly.
And Triple H took the script away. Basically, they're letting her hit bullet points, and she still sucks.
Well, you still got to do it the right way. I'm not saying that she's going to be the best on the mic. I'm just saying they fucked up by trying to make her goody two shoes babyface. That didn't work. That fucked it up from the start.
She should have went to NXT.
But she's given them a hard out too, so she's done. So it's like she's
giving them Paul Heyman.
She's laying the guy. And Jess and I talked about this. Well, we all talked about it on the thread. Just like if she beats a few people in UFC, she can come back and continue to late terms. If she doesn't, it's over.
Yeah, but Vince goes by name.
She's gonna get destroyed. She can't fight anymore.
Name.
I don't think she can.
Wants to be home with her kids, and good for her. Like it's just,
she can't.
If she's gonna put into it, I think she's gonna. Like I said, I that women's division outside of Amanda Nunes and Holly Holm, who are the only two that beat Ronda.
Yeah, but when Holly Holm beat her, nobody knew who Holly Holm was. Everybody thought she was a schlub too, and she beat the fuck out of her. Like so, Ronda Rousey's not good anymore. She doesn't have the passion.
It's been years.
We will see.
When was her last fight?
If she even goes,
if they put a tomato can in front of her and she wins, maybe like they did with Lesnar, like that's fine. But like Lesnar got trashed his last two fights against Overeem and Payne. Like they beat the fuck out of him.
And
like
he's never even thought about coming back. By the way,
it's not even close. They beat the shit. He still dreams about that shit today. Like they beat the fuck out of him. Yeah. Like same thing with Ronda. Holly Holmes beat the shit out of her, and Nunes fucking annihilated her. Like that's not she can come back. Dude, she lost it. She can't fucking fight anymore. Like it passed her by.
I still think a lot of the women in that division won't be able to. Just from watching all the fighters that have gone up against Holly Holmes.
People thought that about Holly Holmes. Okay. Nobody knew who Holly Holmes was, and they beat the fuck out of her. Cause there's tons of people that will beat the shit out of her.
It really, to me, it really depends on how much effort she puts into it. If she's actually serious about it, I think she still throws a lot of them around.
I do agree with that because she didn't train well for sure against Holly Holmes and Nunes for sure.
No, I think after the Holly Holmes defeat, I think she was just kind of like whatever.
Yeah,
I get everything you're saying right now. But do you know when that happened?
What?
It happened in 2015. That happened. 2016 was when she actually hung it up, dude. You know how long that is for a fighter? I know.
It's if she's even going back a lot. What it sounds like? It sounds like.
Okay, hold on.
People are.
That was 7 years ago. Do you know how old she was?
7 years ago? I think she's like 34 now, right?
She was 31 7 years ago.
She's 38.
Wow, she's older than I thought then.
Yes. So
I still think,
like I said, she's going to get trashed.
I just want you to visualize that. Again,
I think people don't realize
she's in phenomenal
she was actually
shape. She would kick my ass 7 days a week, twice on Sunday.
All of our asses at once.
Not even a question.
Not anymore.
But I'm telling you, put her in with any 22, 25-year-old person that is working out 7 days a week, twice a day, and she will get destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. This is not like fighting in my backyard.
Well, hey, you know what? Then I can do the opposite. Everyone said that about Miesha Tate, and Miesha Tate came back and fucking won the title. And Miesha Tate got her ass handled by Ronda, and Miesha Tate went up there and gave a lot of those, beat a lot of those chicks because she went the smart route.
Were you not wrong about passion? You know, like you're not wrong about Ronda kind of losing. Mike Tyson, same thing, right? Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas not because Douglas was a better fighter. Mike Tyson just gave up. Mike Tyson.
Are we assuming?
And that's what I'm saying.
That the talent, because are we assuming the talent hasn't gotten any better for UFC women in 7 years? Is that
no,
what
for sure. But right Miesha Tate is actually a little bit older than Ronda. Is a little bit older than Ronda. She came back after a layoff.
You're talking about stuff from 7 years ago. I'm talking about now. You put Ronda in the ring now. Well, not even now. You put her in the ring in a year.
What I'm saying is
training.
What I'm saying is Miesha Misha Tate.
I don't want to talk about Misha
I'm using
Tate.
the argument.
Who the fuck is Misha Tate? I don't care about that.
I know you don't know who that is. That's what I'm talking about.
Pushing up the timeline.
I know you don't know.
I care about Ronda pushing up the timeline so she can go to UFC.
No, what I'm saying.
She's gonna beat people.
Misha Tate wasn't off for 7 years, cuz. And by the way, she did beat weaker talent.
She beat. Well, but we don't know. No one knows. They're the young talent that's up there. Misha Tate. She went through
you'll
a
see
win
when
streak.
Ronda gets the fuck. You'll see when Ronda gets the fuck beat out.
But
of
what
her,
I'm saying is, it's the same thing. Everyone said,
why are we even talking about it?
Everyone said the same thing about Misha
about?
Tate. What I'm saying is, everyone said the same thing about Misha Tate because she was past her prime and she fucking proved everyone wrong. She went in and she won the title.
It can happen. That's what Cuz is right. It can happen.
I'll just put a button on it and say that
depends.
if you can have Nate Diaz
up,
boxing Jake Paul in 7 days from now, there's a lot of money to be made from Ronda in any sort of thing she wants. If you're going to have Jake Paul fight Nate Diaz in a boxing match in a full arena full of people in 7 days, there's a lot of money for Ronda to be made if she wants to make it.
If you don't think Dana White
it's all just attraction stuff.
Craig, you're right. If you don't think Dana White is not salivating over Ronda coming back for any type of match in the UFC circle,
sure,
you're crazy. He would love that because the money would just be raining.
It depends if. No, I'm saying for Ronda, it depends if she even really wants to come back.
And they're all under the same umbrella.
Well, we don't even know if she actually is. We're just
also too. I don't see the future.
Craig, you're right.
I don't see the future in Ronda. Ronda knows her future is not fighting, right? If she was smart and her corner was fart and smart, like Cuz says, like she farts, and then like Cuz says, if she's serious, I'm telling you, they put a tomato can in front of her. She beats the shit out of him. She knocks him out. It's everywhere, and everything everywhere. And then she can go back to WWE and be like, I'm super again. Like, I am that person again. And then because her longevity will be in pro wrestling if she wants it. Like, there's no way she has a history. That's why Brock Lesnar came back and beat. Who did Brock Lesnar fight when he came back? After he lost twice, he went away for a while.
He fought Mark Hunt. Mark Hunt, who could knock some motherfuckers out that are tougher than Brock Lesnar.
Yes, he could, but like Brock. By the way, you're right. But Mark Hunt was injured, and he was over the hill, and they picked him perfect, and they taught Lesnar to stay away from him. And Lesnar had a great showing.
Mark Hunt still had that aura,
come back and be like, I beat him, like I beat someone again, and Lesnar came back and got more money for his contract. So if Ronda does go to a UFC or any kind of MMA,
we don't know.
It's to do a one fight to get clips, like highlight clips, and then come back and be like, now I'm worth more money. And I think that's a great play. I'm not shitting on that at all.
But we don't even know. Like,
she wants to do the least work as possible, just like Brock, and you got to respect it. Like
that part, I feel that part.
Okay, I said this before. You are not Brock Lesnar. You are just not.
No. But that's their fault. They should have.
Here's the other problem.
What if she does come back and she's massive and she has a dagger on her chest?
You're fine, guys. You can blame whoever you want. She's put on the main stage for years. You need to find yourself eventually. When she comes out, the crowd doesn't respond. The crowd responded viciously
to Shayna.
Ever since she talked about avocado toast, people got offended, and then
calling
everyone
it
hated
out
her ever since then.
And they were like, "Thank you, Shayna, for calling it out."
Remember, she called. I forgot where they were, and she called them a bunch of avocado toast eaters. Ever since then, everyone was offended by that, and that's why everyone hated her.
That's fucking hilarious.
That was kind of funny.
Probably said that line
ever
too.
since then. No, she probably made that line up herself. It was a stupid line.
Avocado toast.
It was a cringe line.
The reason why she never connected, for whatever reason, whether it's her fault or creative's fault, is she never had a character that connected with the fans. She sucks on the mic.
Good or bad.
And that's it. That's why she didn't connect. It'll kill anybody. She could be the greatest athlete ever, and she's a great athlete. I mean, she's a wonderful athlete. But like, you can't if you don't connect, man. Dan Severn
love you.
Dan Severn came over. Like, Dan Severn, as physical as anybody could be, sucked.
For sure.
He had no charisma. He had no idea what he was doing on the mic.
But I think it's ridiculous to say that.
Cared.
I think it's ridiculous to say that she sucks as if she's not good in the ring.
She's talented as shit.
Stop that. No one's saying that. Shut up about that.
No, everyone says that.
You shut your fucking mouth, boy. Shut up about the ring work.
Because that's what everyone says.
Good.
Everyone says she sucks.
That's less than half the problem. She doesn't suck in the ring. It's fair.
She doesn't. Everyone says that, because I think one person says that and triggers you, and you're mad.
Nope. I always have receipts. I always show it.
Stop. Okay, bring them.
I do. I don't. My opinions are based off of evidence.
Show me the receipt. Show me the receipt that says everyone says that.
Just go on any social media platform where they talk about it, and they'll tell you.
In this world, Jess, you know this. In this world, man,
you couldn't name one.
And in this world of wrestling, nobody
you don't
cares
like that opinion,
about,
which is totally fine because like it's wrong. Like that opinion that she's not talented.
You could do that, and you could be the best.
stupid,
you could be the best in the world in a real sport where people are going at you for real. That's fine, and that's where she got her notoriety. But nobody is connecting with her when she talks, when she's in the ring, when she's showing out.
That's the big thing.
They are silent. They don't give a shit. They don't care, man. I don't care how good her ring work is. They don't care. We don't care. That's what I'm trying to tell you, because I'm not trying to be a dick about it.
That's what I'm trying to tell you is that I think she's good in the ring.
She's really good. She sucks everywhere
she sucks
else.
on the mic. She sucks on the mic. I've always said that.
There you go.
I just said that avocado toast fucking promo was cringe.
Terrible.
She just can't. She can't connect. It's weird. Like it's weird.
Once again, they know how to handle those types of wrestlers and personalities and everything.
Well, they didn't. They haven't handled it at all.
They should have went. Well, yeah.
I mean, talking about.
Under both regimes, Triple H and fucking Triple H took the cuffs off her. He's like, no script, just go out there and be a heel and learn how to be a heel, and she still couldn't do it. Like, there's a problem with her. Like, she loves wrestling. She is a fan. We saw her in the fucking front row in Riverside.
Well, someone's got to tell her, like, hey, you're not going to talk a lot.
I'm a fan, but I'm not going to do that work either. Because we're fans, right? Are you going to do that work? I'm not doing it.
We should have started with Ronda. It would have been fireworks. Right.
Yeah.
Dave, send us home.
But actually, I want to go back to Shayna, right? I've loved Shayna forever.
Yeah,
like she's so good, and like, dude, Shayna was great in NXT because she was booked right. She knows how to do short but sweet promos. Like she's a one.
Jess, what did you think of that promo on Ronda, though? What did you think of that promo on Ronda?
She was fine. She's like,
it was good
in a weird way. Like I know they talked about it beforehand or whatever, but in a weird way, it's almost like Shayna agrees with all of that. Like she's just like, I'm way better than you in this realm. I mean, obviously in MMA, I don't know if she's better than
when we
Ronda,
text about it on Monday, Dave. That's what I said. I said they're smart for working in Shayna sympathizing with all the fans of how they feel about Ronda.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I'm not tone deaf.
It's not the pivot Ronda was going to think was going to happen.
Do you think they're going to face each other at SummerSlam? Nobody knows when her hard out date is. Though.
It's SummerSlam. That'll be her last thing.
SummerSlam?
Yeah.
What is it going to be? Is it going to be like a submission match, I wonder? It should be a submission match.
She'll put her to sleep. That way Ronda doesn't tap. And that'll tell you everything, I guess, right? However, how Ronda loses. If Ronda loses, actually,
honestly,
we don't know.
Honestly, I bet they fake break. I bet they fake break her arm and they have to stop it, and Shayna wins or something like that. Like,
once again,
the
rumors of her going for one, it like I said, it sounds like people are trying to push her into that direction. Two, no one has confirmed anything. We don't know. I mean, the way they're looking at it now kind of seems like, you're leaning to Shayna versus Ronda. I hate to even talk about the age for somebody like Ronda or anyone, but age matters in the realm of UFC fighting. When you reach to the realm of 40, most people can't even get that far. Most of the time, you're in you don't even get to your 30s before somebody in their teens to early 20s takes you out in the UFC octagon. It's just fact. If she doesn't love it, then
you're approaching 40 years. I don't care about loving it. I'm sure she does love it.
I think Cuz has got a good point on that, right?
Like physical sense to
there's
it.
There's a fine line between being a fan like she was, right? And then once you get into it, like
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm talking about UFC. I'm saying if she loves
MMA.
If she loves to go, like if she got demoralized by those two losses and then she went to wrestling and she's like, I don't want to do this schedule anymore. And then to think that she's gonna want to even try to go back to MMA now.
It's only 14 fights, by the way, on the UFC pro level for her.
It's what?
It's only 14 total fights. I mean, she was 12-2, right?
Yeah.
Well, she fought in
Strike Force. She fought in Strike Force.
Sure,
she fought in Strike Force.
On that level, she didn't. It wasn't.
What'd you say? What'd you say? Rick Martel trainer?
Tito Santana, Rick Martel trainer.
Wow. All right.
She started in Strike Force, and that's where her allure came. And then Dana never wanted women in the UFC. Yeah. He was very boisterous about that. And then when she decided to come over, he's like, I changed my mind. And then she was the number one pay-per-view draw for 2 years. She outdrew Brock Lesnar, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why
she got paid more than most people did too.
That's why she gets what she
was
gets,
drawing the money.
That's why she gets the TV time she gets on TV.
I think we all
as
agree
fans
the
don't
same
cheer
way
for
about her. I think we all agree that she is talented. I do like the fact that she was a wrestling fan. I think it's cool. Like, seeing her live in Riverside and all that stuff. When an outside athlete, it's weird, right? People want to shit on pro wrestling, but real athletes, and I'm just going to say that, not to shit on wrestling, but real athletes will fawn over pro wrestlers. Like when someone meets The Rock, a fucking legit athlete will meet The Rock. They're like, The Rock. And The Rock's like, you're the fucking real athlete. And they're like, you're The Rock though. Like, it's awesome. Like, to me, when people would meet Steve Austin, Hogan in the 80s, like real athletes would meet him. Like fucking,
but just they're athletes.
Bruce Jenner. There was one thing where Bruce Jenner met him. He's like, fucking Hulk Hogan. Like, and Hogan's like, hey brother. Like, it's just fucking, it's awesome. That's why I love wrestling. Is like, it's way more powerful than people admit. Like, it's way.
They're athletes and movie stars. And that's the bottom line. That's
the goddamn best.
It's the best sport in the world.
That's all there is to it.
So like,
even though they did those,
and I think that's why they're respected by Hollywood people. Like, fans don't necessarily consider them the same, but I think people in Hollywood are like, dude, they're their own stuntmen and they can act. Like, fuck, like, dude, they're a double threat.
That stupid ad.
You see actors at
Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, when he would meet wrestlers, would crumble. He's the fucking most dangerous man in the world in the early 90s. And Mike would be, hey, Hulk Hogan, oh my goodness. Like, Muhammad Ali stole promos from wrestlers, Gorgeous George and all them. A real athlete, Muhammad Ali, it was just like, dude, wrestling's the best. Like, I love wrestling. Like, I got all my promos from wrestling. Like,
remember those stupid don't try this at home commercials? I'm not a real athlete.
Yeah.
I'm not a real athlete. This is real.
They learn how to fall.
How do you learn how to fall off a 20-foot ladder?
I don't know. Do we end this right now? But I think we all do. We agree with the same things on Ronda Rousey. It's almost like I'm irritated because what a missed opportunity, right? Like when you see someone like that misses the boat, whether it's their character doesn't connect or they can't fucking talk on the mic or whatever, it's a shame. Like, and it's a shame because she is a wrestling fan. She loves pro wrestling. And like she used to fucking, like I said, we saw her there live. It was awesome to see her and Shayna and all them in the front row. It's really fucking cool. And NXT, by the way, not even the main brand, NXT. And she did that cool spot at WrestleMania with The Rock at WrestleMania 31 against Shane. And
we saw her in
New Orleans. Awesome. Like, we saw her in New Orleans. Like, so, yeah, I think I'm more disappointed. I don't think that I want to be short-sighted and not like Ronda for no reason. I like Ronda. I just think that like it sucks. Like, and it's just, it shows how great pro wrestling is, right? And how different layered you have to be to make it.
And the fans have totally disconnected from her for all of those reasons.
I think so.
But
it's true. It's true. You have to listen to the fans, but we know, especially because I talked about it. There's fucking impatient assholes today. But at the same time, but Dave's right though. The money is wherever the money is, and if your money comes from impatient assholes, you got to find a way to cater to the impatient assholes, right? Like it sucks.
I think
Ronda is a sad story in the sense of not sad. She's fucking rich, but it's a sad story as far as like pros.
Someone should have took her under her wing. Someone should have said, "Hey, we need to either fine-tune your promos or we need to give you a mouthpiece."
I think
no one did that. I think that's the thing. I think because Vince like, you're a big star, whatever.
NXT was out of the picture. I'd say this: I think the Logan Paul experiment is partially successful because they saw what happened to Ronda. Straight up.
They're playing to his strengths.
You spread it out.
Yeah, exactly.
You played to his strengths. She played to her strengths.
She should have been secret.
Keep her on TV. You don't have her work that much. You ever come out when it matters. You have someone chase her.
You can say what you want about Logan Paul and about what he got famous for, and I agree with that. However, you cannot put a Prime energy drink bottle on a fucking stretcher and expect me not to laugh my fucking ass off because that shit. I don't know who told him to do that, but I liked his performances before that. But after WrestleMania, when he was hanging his head down crying and the guy in the Prime bottle's on a fucking stretcher, I was like, God damn it, man. Like, that's just genius.
Funny.
Like, whoever told him to do that is so fucking smart.
Did you guys see their backstage promo, Ricochet and Logan? Or a promo, the brawl?
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
That was pretty good. They made that look really good.
Yeah.
And then Ricochet cutting that promo on Raw the next night. Like I said, I think they're gonna have a pretty banger of a match at SummerSlam.
And Money in the Bank was good. I think we all agree overall. The Money in the Bank was really good. Roman got pinned for the first time in 18 years. That's awesome.
That's like losing the title right there.
Divide that by 6.
That's one way you lose a title in a sense.
That's what I meant.
If you're Roman Reigns, so that's cool.
All right. Well, we're over an hour. I don't know if we're gonna beat Cuz's record, but we're over an hour.
Yeah. So Ronda versus Ricochet is gonna be pretty good.
In Craig State, it's already Saturday. So.
And then Drew McIntyre.
This is getting ridiculous.
All right, Drew McIntyre came back. Yes.
Shut it down.
And he's going to fight Ronda.
So he's going to fight Ronda.
I'm hanging up. I swear to God.
This has been Unscripted. Everybody can hit stop.
LA Knight's like The Rock.